Wilson, Shana, Wilski. 11-2-0-1. Does she have enough for a new track record? Shana Wilski into 3 and off at 4. Can she do it? Almost 11-2. 2-7, a little slower than lap 1, but not much.
Had a little bit of a problem here last week. Bolt came out of the trailing arm. Guy Miller, he's got that fixed. Car number 58, Jason Wamhoff. 11, Clint Willis. 42, Paul Culp. 45, winner of 5 main events in a row, Jason Cox. 49, Ray Hankey. Brett Joe, number 70. 63 is Mike Reynolds, and here we go. On the outside, Guy Miller. Down low is Bill Young. To go. Behind Bill Young, biding his time. It's to the high side now in fourth. Your leader is Guy Miller. Way high side now for Clint Willis and Jason Cox. Cox tries to dive down low to take second place from Clint Willis. Looks like he's done it. Your leader is Guy Miller. Here comes Jason Cox. Back off, down the back straight. Again, high through 3 and 4. Jason goes low and he's got the lead. I'll tell you what, the guy can drive on every part of this track. You make one little mistake, go a little higher, a little low, and he's got you. Your leader, Jason Cox. Guy Miller, Bill Young, Clint Willis, and Paul Cope. Brett Sorb into the infield ball out of turn 2. Okay, just got left by 45, Jason Cox. Down the back straight now. It's Jason Cox in the lead. Look out, Wamhoff. Jason Wamhoff with a big tail. And a third floor. Cox almost into the wall with one more lap to go. Guy Miller passed it briefly. Gets the back of the back straight. And again, trying to go around Wamhoff on the high side. And he wins it. With Guy Miller in second. And Bill Young third. Holy moly. Second place Saturday was Chris Murphy. He's not here tonight. Third was Zubich. Clint Willis was fourth. Last Saturday night. Doug Cox. Outside of him, Ron Cooper. Cooper in car number 2. Took third in the main 2 weeks ago with a melted piston. Down below him, Doug Cox, 72. And it's Cooper taking the lead. behind him. Ron Cooper into turn 3. And at turn 4, he's going to win it. Ron Cooper. Rick Kubik is second and Duff Cox is third.
Make a little noise for 9 guys and 1 girl. And remember, the top four go to the main event. The rest go to the B or the C feature. And if Shadowilski and Billy Nutter finish in the top 4, they also go to the dash. So it's especially important for them. But it's Ronnie Wilson and Steve Tupper that lead the way. The truck line in turn 4 is where we start. Here we go. You look at the nose wing of the 04, it's already messed up. You see that front wing. Top 4 is where you want to be. Wilson, Tupper, Marvin Smith, and Billy Nutter. And we've got a yellow flag for different winners. So 1 lap complete, 9 to go, which means we'll go single file restart. And the leader, Ron Wilson, he sets the pace. We'll go single file outside the cone here on the front straightaway, and he can get on the gas anytime after exiting turn 4, that chalk line area. Here we go. Into that 4th and final transfer. Lots of big-time wheel stands as they come off the floor of number 2. Remember, only the top 4 move on to the main event. On the Budweiser scoreboard. 6 down, 4 to go. Wilson having a great race. Marvin Smith, Shadowilski, Steve Tupper trying to hang on to 4th, but we got a yellow. Yellow flag, Levi Shell in trouble up in turn number 3. Forward to seeing you all back here again tomorrow night. And again, don't forget, get here early tomorrow. We've got the fireworks, and we're starting qualifying tomorrow at 5. Racing will start at 6 tomorrow. Keep that in mind. Get here early. Okay, 6 down, 4 laps to go. Ronnie Wilson trying to hang on for a big win, but again, watch that race for 4th. Wilson waits and goes. Green flag. Everybody using that low groove right now. Watch Billy Nutter to 3 in underneath. Tupper, and he's got it. But we've got trouble and it won't count. The pass will not count as Gary Taylor spins in 1. Not only does Gary Taylor lose 6th place, Billy Nutter will have to move back behind Steve Tupper. So 7 complete and 3 to go. Oregon in the top 2 spots. Washington hold it down 3rd and 4th. Again, watch the leaders, but watch that race for 4th as well. Here we go. Oh, Marvin Smith in trouble. And there goes Shauna, there goes Tupper, and there goes Nutter. Oh my goodness, Marvin Smith from 2nd to 5th. Just like that. So all of a sudden this race has changed big time. Right flag, 1 lap to go. Shadowilski trying to make the moment, almost backfired, and it did. Did he hang on to a top 4? Ronnie Wilson is going to win it. Tupper gets the second. Wilski third. Meadows gets a fourth. Marvin misses the top four. Wow. That one almost backfired on Shauna Wilski. She had the top four. It didn't matter if she finished first or fourth. And that, my friends, almost cost her, but not quite. She still gets a top four. Preview from Kesper, Wyoming. Don Dawson. And that was a pretty obvious false start, so we will try it again. And we've got cars coming together in turn 4. Those of you that may be new to sprint car racing, with the Hyperloop Northern Sprint Tour anyway, the front row cars, those two cars have got to be side by side and pretty even, pretty equal when they get to that chalk line in turn 4. Then and only then will the race officially be underway. So the 32 of Hayes and the 73 Hewson not quite lined up properly that time. Heat race number 2. You ready for another one, race fans? As we said, they have traveled from all over the West to be with us here at the beautiful Riverside Speedway in beautiful Cottage Grove here on this 4th of July long weekend. Washington, Oregon, California, Canada, Idaho, and Wyoming. Okay, we'll try it again. Top 4 to the main event. And away we go. Houston to the lead. J.D. Barnes the 9. Jeff Thompson from 6th up to the 4th. 17. Power and Morlock trying hard to get to it, but they got a way to go. There goes Morlock around Bowers in a 5th. And Thompson around Barnes in a 3rd. And here comes Morlock. He ain't one on the chart. Trying to get the top 4. We're halfway. Houston complete lap 5. 5 to go. The race is for 4th. The 9 in the E1. Morlock dives that road. He's got it. Mike Morlock is up in the 4th. Houston coming up on some slower tires. Just a couple of laps to go. Houston trying to lead all 10 laps. We're looking at a white flag this time. Off of turn number 4. 1 lap to go. Back to third and fourth. In a 3 and off of 4. Your winner out of Seattle, Mark Houston. Nice run by Hayes, Jeff Thompson, and Morlock will all move on. And to row number 4, the 36. It's the Cascade Building Supply, Helm Enterprises, Lynch Performance Products, John Boy, out of Redmond, Troy Helm. And to car number 4, the Journey Built Custom Homes, Maxim, Fortech, Gord Speed, Hertz Custom Machinery, and River Roofing out of Springfield, Kevin Journey. And the 81, Vernon Sievers. And we're underway. Stevenson slowing down. Look out. Right in front of the field, and we got cars all over the place in turn 3 and 4, and we've got our first red flag of the night. Greg Brown, Andy Page, Ricky Favre, and Dale Smith. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. And more problems on the Stevenson cars. He is off the time to do, but he does keep it going. Greg Brown moving up a little bit in the groove. Here comes Ricky Favre, the brand new number 4 car, in the second. Andy Page, just 16-year-old kid, running third. And there's Smith in fourth. As your top 4 begin to pull away from the field. And again, it's, oh no! Big wreck in turn 2. Heavy collision. Severs and Journey. Red flag for the second time in this one. Second time in this one. Good news, both drivers are okay. Northwest, Brent Kading and his son Bud Kading told me a couple of weeks ago that they plan on coming up and running along with all of the regulars you're used to seeing with the Hyperloop Northern Sprint Tour and a bunch of other cars out of California as well that race in 360 series down there. And it's only a little more than 2 weeks away. Speedway Northwest. If you haven't made your plans, make them now. If you got some vacation time, that will be one fun, one fast week. Okay, this is heat race number 3. 4 laps complete, 6 to go. Greg Brown, Ricky Favre, Andy Page, and Dale Smith. All of a sudden you say, hey, where'd everybody go? We've only got 6 cars left. 4 of them moved to the main event. Troy Helm and Tyson Cross as we look for green. Ricky Favre dives underneath Sam, but he can't make it stick. Oh, Ricky Favre bicycling. And can he hang on to second? We'll see. Barely. How does he hang on to second place? This is going to be a dogfight the rest of the way. And here comes Cross as we watch the race for the top 4. 7 laps complete with 3 to go. Oh, this is a wild one. Greg Brown continues to lead with just 2 to go. Here comes the white flag for Greg Brown. 1 more lap to go. The 3.5 for 4 is first NST race of the year as a winning run for Greg Brown. Ricky Favre, Dale Smith, and it is going to be Andy Page to the main event for the 16-year-old just barely ahead of Cross. And there is your winner out of Springfield, Greg Brown. In the Beef Packers Incorporated, Benz for Less, Gotta Have It Collectibles, Maxim, Fort Jones, California, Dan Menny. Cooper and Lynch with this here to the other lane. And again, it's the top 4 that we watch. We've got Ricky set, slowing, and look out. Everybody gets by, but Dan Menny drops way back. back. And many sneakers turn forward. And we go yellow. Yellow flag. Many. Have you kept track? Can you follow all that? Lots going on as we look toward later on in the night. Green flag. Oh, it's getting a little rocky over there in turn one. You got to watch it. Look at Jay Cole. Look at Jay Cole. He's your new leader. The OJ to the point. Adam second. Jay Smith and Manny Goebel as Dan Manny tries to weave his way through the field. Dan Manny is up in the fifth, and he's got to get the fourth. Flat right rear tire on the 49 of Lynch. Look at the flat tire on the 49. The right rear is flat, but he's still out there. The racer, again, has been on fourth and final spot. With Adams as a real fan. Dan Benny and Manny Goebel. And Dan Benny goes for fourth. He's come from the back and he's up in a fourth. 5 laps down and 5 to go. And it's Jay Cole. Complete now, just 2 to go. We'll look at a white flag this time for the OJ car. One more time around. Jay Smith running second. Oh, look out, we got trouble at 4. Dan Benny and Adams come together as Dan Benny has spun. Dan Benny was running fourth. He was going to go to the dash and the main event. And he comes together with Adams, and all of a sudden, Jay Smith says, well, I still got a chance to get to the dash now. He's up in the top 4. Jay Smith goes to the dash and on to the main event, etc., etc. 2 laps to go. Keep an eye on the 75. He's got to get from the back into 4th in 2 laps. Here we go. He's already passed 2 cars. Look at Manny, and he's got it already. In half a lap, Dan Manny goes for 4th. Oh, my. And we got a white flag and 1 lap to go. Jay Cole opens it up. Jay Cole is going to win it. Here, heat race number 4. Jay Smith got Adams at 4 marks for Dan Manny. Wow. He kept the nose to the grindstone, and yes, he gets to the dash, and he gets to the main event. Give it up, though, for your winner out of Shelton, Washington, Jay Cole. DX. Okay, we've been informed we're going 6 laps. We are going to give them 6 laps. We take 2. We take 2 to the B main. And here we go. That was a little too close. Stairs where Mike Lazinski is videotaping all the action from. If you look right up above us, above the announcing tower, you can see them kind of up there in their perch, kind of like a fort. Remember those forts you used to build when you were a kid? They're up in the fort videotaping up above us. Great spot to watch the race from, though. One lap complete as we go back green. And remember, we take the top two. Top two. Carter out of Medford. In the lone tow. Don Dawson out of Wyoming. Running 1-2. Clint Houston is third. And Gus Cooper fourth. Laps glittering away. We're looking at a white flag. 1 to go. And it looks like it's going to be Oregon and Wyoming going to the B-main, and yes, Neil Carter wins it, and Dawson will race some more on the Beef Packers Incorporated. Beds for less, gotta have it collectibles, Maxim, Fort Jones, California, the home for Dan Meny. And car number 4, the brand new, Rick Favre owned and driven, John Boy, the former champion, 5th in points out of Everett, Washington, Ricky Favre. 6 cars, 6 laps. Here we go. Nutter leading Morlock. Watch him go. Everybody else in the pit area watching. What's the fast line? Around the Speedway. Trying to get underneath Morlock. Can't do it. Meny, Thompson, and Favre. Starting fourth in the Thompson car. They've had motor problems all year. Smoke starting to come from that 17. Freeze for second, and Wilkie goes into second. Shadow wants the front row starting position for the main event. Nutter still the leader with 1 lap to go. And Morlock out of the groove, and Meny goes into third, but your winner, Billy Nutter. Shema, Meny, and Thompson. Whole of the main event. Going out New York Trophy Girl tonight.
Trophy Girl? We're in Kai's Grove, Fred. This is, earlier you mean? I just was hanging on, man. I had my hands full earlier tonight. You know, actually when I qualified, when I biked it up there, it bent my throttle a little bit, and we wasn't quite getting full throttle. I thought maybe the motor got hurt, and one of my guys found it, and we thought, well, maybe it'll be good by just having all the throttle, and it still was too tight in that heat race.
Okay, race fans, there you go. Your Trophy Dash winner tonight, Billy the Kid Nutter out of Central Point, Oregon.
Steve Hart, 9 car, outside front row. Here we go. And we got a false start. We'll try it again. Your heat race. You can start up in the 5th or 6th row, even as much as the 4th or 5th or 6th rows of the feature. If you want to finish in the top 4, but the top 2 is even better. Okay, we'll try it again. 15 laps. 17 cars now. The 8 of Levi Shelp cannot answer the bell. Okay, B main, green flag. Coming up with the traffic, the 7, the Taylor, and the 9, Barnes. 8 laps complete. 8 down, 7 to go. The 7 of Taylor is the leader. The 17-year-old leading the 9. Here's Marvin Smith, the 41. Here's Doug Power, the 49. And Ross, the top 5 all over the tail. Down the backstretch into 3. We have 5 laps to go. Marvin Smith takes the lead. Marvin Smith, the 41. Your new leader. What a great lead. Oh, look out in turn 1. We got cars everywhere. And they're all your leaders. All of your leaders are involved, except for Gary Taylor. Oh my goodness. Out of your top 4, only 1 made it through red flag conditions, and this is what you don't like to see at any point of the night, but when they involve your lead cars, it is that much more difficult to swallow. Marvin Smith, upside down. Jamie Barnes, brand new car, upside down, and Tyson Cross, brand new car, not upside down, but the whole front axle sheared right off. Oh my goodness. The fire develops in the 41. You know, the race was progressing so well. No yellows, no reds. We're inside 5 laps to go, and now to have this happen. Okay, Gary Taylor, the 17-year-old out of Snohomish, Washington, the former quarter midget national champion, looking for a win. Chad Bauer, the 21-year-old rookie, running second. Manny Global out of Winchester. Rick Smith, Mount Vernon, and the Idaho visitor, Sean Smith. 5 more laps. Here we go. Now 12 laps complete, 3 to go. Still Gary Taylor. Still Ken Bowers. Over till third. Rick Smith fourth. Here comes Gary Lane with 49 out. Trying to move on. We got the wing all messed up on the fourth on a journey. We got the white flag. 1 lap to go. 1 to go. Into 3 and out for 4. Gary Taylor. Now gets second. Over third. Rick Smith. Gary Lynch will be the backup. And we are 2 races away from the end of the night after a wild B-main event. 1361. Those numbers again, head on down to the Riverside Speedway concessionaire bus feed plate. 1339, 1341, 1344, 1348, 1351, 1353, 1354, 1357, 1359, woo! And 1361. And Rick Daniels looking them over. We got 20 laps to go, guys. What a start. Ron Cooper takes the dive at Jason Cottage. Trying to pass him high side. Can't do it. Trying to go low out of turn 4. Can't do it. And right there is Rick Daniels moving to the 46 cars up top 72. In the battle for third. You got to take Cox off the starter. You ain't going to get him. Look at him go. Jason Cox. Ron Cooper. And I'll tell you what. Right now, Ron Cooper is thinking, stay close. Maybe I can get him in traffic. Jason is looking great. There's your leader, Ricky Animal Movement, and off turn 2, car number 12, Robert Hand. And the bad luck continues for Robert. He's only finished 2 races. Jay, of course, referring to the late Jay Mugby. Great champion here in years gone by. A friend to a lot of people here at the Riverside Speedway and a mentor to Jason Cox. Jason gets old and writes a book. It'd be a good title for it. Meet Jesus and Jay. Ron Cooper in second. Rick the Animal Movement in third. And here we go. On the restart. No, Robert Hand at the back of the pack. Able to make it back out. Movement into the infield. Bunny losers a couple of spots. In the third place now, that's Cox. Rose's Guy Miller. Fifth infield Young. Coming up on the forward traffic now. Jason Cox, 45 down the main straight. Into turn 1, out of turn 2 now. Coming up on 63, Mike Reynolds goes underneath him. Out of turn 4. Into turn 1 now, 3 abreast. Charlie through the infield wall. Ron Cooper into Jason Waba. And Ron Cooper was trying to avoid Charlie Friedley. Rick Cooper able to keep going, so he keeps his second place. He's got another restart to try to pass Jason Cox, but I tell you, a lot of people have tried. Gonna have to catch him in traffic. And here we go. And either that or Jason's just going to have to break or make a dumb move, and that hasn't happened this year either. Look at him go, Jason Cox. Now in second place now, top Cox, Ron Cooper. 172, down low, out of turn 2. Cooper up high.
he got into Robert Hand in between 3 and 4. Nine laps down, 11 more to go. We got some folks betting on all of the top 4. Tell you what, you'd have to get odds to bet against Jason Cox right now. Here we go. Jason Cox. Into the pit, 63 Mike Reynolds. Jason Cox, Ron Cooper. And Robert Hand, car number 12. Way down at the back of the pack. Oh, Cooper almost into him, but circled by Ron, throwing his sideways, got around him. And flat tire, Ron Cooper! Ron Cooper, flat tire! Robert Hand into the pits with a flat tire. Your leader is still Jason Cox. And Cooper spins it into turn 3. That'll bring out the yellow. We have 5 more laps to go. 15 laps down. I'll see you here on Cooper. Rick Daniels gives him the green, and here we go. Jason Cox! With the truck right on his tail! Holy moly! Jason Cox, 45, still in the lead. Doug Cox right behind him. Look out between turn 1 and 2. Back of the pack, we got mass flat tire on car 42. And we got a massive cars these guys are going to have to go through. And I'll tell you what, if I had to guess, I would say Jason Cox broke something. A shock, a break something. And he's trying to hold on. One more lap to go. Jason Cox, Doug Cox, Rick Lubin. In traffic now, that's great. And here comes Doug Cox down low. Oh, man. Jason Cox is your winner. Doug Cox in second. Rick Lubin's in third. And in fourth, it's Bill Young with Rick Willis in fifth. Holy moly!
It's time. The Pennzoil World of Outlaw Sprint Cars return to Billings Tuesday, August 17th. The greatest sprint car drivers in the world duel wing-to-wing on Metro Park Raceway's fast clay oval. The Kinzers, the Swindells, Danny Lasowski, and more lead the Outlaws' Wild Wild Northwest Tour through Big Sky Country. For ticket information, call 1-800-366-8538. That's 1-800-366-8538. Tuesday, August 17th, heats up with the World of Outlaws' only stop in Montana.
Flag. Fred Bradfield, race director for the Northern Sprint Tour. The chalk line down at turn 4. That's where the front row has got to be side by side, wing to wing and wheel to wheel. If we want the green flag, flaglet for the Northern Sprint Tour. Travis Flaherty, he's got the green flag, ready to wave it as he thinks that front row is lined up properly. Billy Nutter, Shauna Wilski, each with one win on the NST this year. Both want to make it 2 here tonight. Slowly through 3 and up of 4. Green flag. Oh no, we got trouble in turn 1. It was a false start, but we had cars getting together in turn 1 anyway. Red flag. Looks like it is showtime once again. Billy Nutter and Shauna Wilski set the pace. Last time Billy got on it a little early. Shauna didn't. Let's see this time. Here we go. That's better and we're underway. Here at Riverside. Look out, we got cars over here. Morlock upside down. Mike Morlock going for a ride in turn number 4. As his tough luck continues this year. Oh, it looked like maybe Dan Manny up out of the groove, bicycling. Ricky Faber also involved.
In fact, Morlock was upside down for about 3 seconds. Even if there's no
Red flag.
and then fell down, he could have got
And Mike Morlock out of the car. There he is. Boy, it has been a tough night on equipment. Kerry Taylor and now Mike Morlock in this race, and of course the huge wreck in the B main that took out Marvin Smith, Tyson Cross, and Jamie Barnes. Positions, and here comes Morlock. There he is, your former track champion. But again, he was scheduled to start 4th. He is now at the back, and if Thompson makes it, he'll have to start at the back as well after starting 6th. He won't make it. Here we go. Because of, well, the yellow comes out, some of the drivers slow down and some don't. It's as simple as that. Boy, that's a tough one. That could have even been worse. I've been warning both drivers because Shauna's got to keep up the pace. Not just Billy getting on it. Shauna's got to get on it as well. Not the easiest of things to do, getting 2 sprint car drivers, man or woman, to line up equal, even Steven. Everybody wants that advantage. Let's watch this time. Here we go. And again, it's Billy Nutter. Shauna drops back, and here comes Jay Smith. Look at Jay Smith. Billy Nutter second. Shauna back in 6th. another red flag as he got into one of those ruts over there in 3. You saw him hit it. He hit it hard. Tried to keep it down on all fours. Couldn't do it. Over he went. Okay, this time we don't have to worry about double file. It's single file restart, which is a lot easier most of the time. Jay Smith, the leader, he dictates the start. Anytime after that chalk line, single file outside the cone. 21 laps to go. Green flag. Dan Manny running up in the top 5. Jay Smith out of Stanwood, Washington, leading Central Point, Oregon, Billy Nutter, Springfield, Oregon's Greg Brown, Blake Stevens, Washington, Shauna Wilski, and Seattle, Washington's Mark Hughes in the top 5. Jay Cole, Andy Page, Rick Smith, Dale Smith. We look for green. Bouncing around all over the place. Look out! Look out! He's got to get that thing off the racetrack. Greeny Barnes almost went over. He just threw one thing to the infield, my friend, and smart move. But this place will maybe yellow anyway. We'll have to see. We will stay green for the time being. Shauna Wilski back up in the third. And we got Curtis spinning in turn 2. Here's no yellow. Yellow flag. We have got cars bicycling through the corners. Wheelies down the straightaways. But at times you got to keep the big picture in mind. We are racing again here tomorrow for more money than we're racing here tonight for. 11 complete, 14 to go. Green flag. For third, Wilski, Houston, Greg Brown. Absolute placement up for third. Billy Nutter on Jay Smith in third place. Good circle. Smith is number 1. Yellow flag. Andy Page got some more damage on the car. Won't be able to make it. The question right now, does Billy Nutter have anything left for Jay Smith? And can Shauna hold off Greg Brown and Mark Houston? 8 laps, we'll know the answers. Single file, green flag. Topside. And another yellow. You made the Northern Sprint Tour Riverside Speedway a part of your holiday weekend plans. 19 complete, 6 laps to go. Watch the 73 car, here comes Houston. Houston, the 73 making a move. And he's in a turn. Oh, the 74 tire going down the front straightaway. Greg Brown just blew the right rear tire. And he'll lose the top 5. Oh, top 1 for Greg Brown. Dale Smith moves into 5th. But Jay Smith has checked out the 3D or 6D. Goodbye. Houston is trying to make a run on Billy Nutter for 2nd. Dale Smith trying to get Shauna for 4th. Just a couple of laps to go. Mark Houston goes to 2nd. Houston Brothers Racing looking for a 1-2 finish. Dale Smith goes to 4th. We're on the final lap. Nutter goes back in a 2nd-year winner. Jay Smith, 2 years in a row. 2nd place, Houston. Over Nutter. And Dale Smith gets 4th. And we've got cars upside down in 4th. Oh my goodness. Didn't you know it was going to end like this after what we have seen tonight? It looks like it's Morlock and possibly the 28th of Rick Smith. Check out the 5 of Manny Goebel. Oh my goodness, and how many are glad this one is over? The carnage. We tore up a lot of stuff tonight, and again, everybody is okay in turn 4, and thankfully this night has come to an end because unfortunately a lot of equipment torn up, and the pit crews and everybody will be busy. But what a night for Houston Brothers Racing. Jay Smith wins it, and Mark Houston charges to 2nd in the waning laps for a 1-2 finish for Bruce Houston and crew. And Billy Nutter garners a 3rd. Dale Smith charges back to get 4th. And Shauna Wilski keeps her streak of top 5s alive with a 5th. Hey, race fans, before we talk to our winners, let's hear it for all the drivers tonight. And hope they all make it back tomorrow. Jay Smith. Jay Smith, step over here. We got 4 reds. and 5 yellows in this main event that took over 1 hour to complete, 25 laps. Well, as we said, it's been a bad night for a lot of race teams. There's going to be a lot of teams very busy through tonight and tomorrow to get back ready for tomorrow night's racing. But, you know, you walk through the pit area and there's some guys that like rough and tumble racing and a racetrack that's real hooked up and maybe with a few holes in it. And guess what? 2 of those guys finished 1-2 here tonight. Houston Brothers Racing, Jay Smith wins it, and there he is, your winner, the 3D, and teammate and co-owner Mark Houston with a great run to finish second, his best finish this year after coming back after taking last year off due to the injuries. And Billy Nutter hangs tough all night for a solid 3rd place finish. But
Chase, how about the track for you tonight? It looked like everybody was out there hanging on and doing wheelies and sticky, and tell us about it.
I really like the track when it's like this. You know, when it's dry, it's more of a finesse deal. When it's like this, it's whoever's got the biggest kahunas.
There you go, race fans. The racer's point of view, Mark Houston, congratulations.
Speedway in Wenatchee, Washington, with Rory Price and Mike Newman driving.
And row number 3, out of Springfield, car 45, Eric Sealer. Right outside of him, in the 98 car, Eugene Lyle Laird. In the 03 car, out of Eugene, Kevin Rothschild. And a late arrival tonight, bringing up the rear, 101 Burns Calhoun.
Borden Sr. 10 cars for 10 laps. What do you think, race fans? Are we ready for this? We can't hear you. 4th of July. The current Northern Sprint Tour point leader, former champion in the MK Racing, Ken's Auto Sales, Ace Sport Construction, Rocket Chassis, Curtis Construction, Sandblasters Incorporated, Hoosier Tires and Real Wheels, 27 years old on Lake Stevens, Washington, Shana Whiskey. The field had nowhere to go. Great ground is collected, and just when Jeff Thompson thought things couldn't get any worse, he goes over, and we picked right up where we left off last night. For Wyoming. Boy, what a tough start for the night, though, for Dale Smith and Jeff Thompson and Scott Adams. Guys that would be normally vying for feature spots. Looks like we're going to have to start without them. 5 cars for 10 laps. And it's Rick Potter to the lead. details, QMI Oil, Flavia Racing out of Brookings, Cat Bauer. To the 49L, your third quick qualifier out of Redmond, Gary Lynch. Cooper in Q11. Last October, he is from Rio Linda, California, Randy Tyner. And right beside him with 3D. Fourth quick tonight, the main event winner last night out of Stanwood, Washington, Jay Smith. Everybody to avoid the spinning Andy Cage. They go back to their original starting spots. And in this one, it's Jay Smith, the 3D, and the 64 of Tyner. If they finish in the top four, they'll also go to the dash as well as the main event. Here we go. Barnes and Cross. We take 2 to the B, and Gary Stevenson, who's in control, has already been bumped up to the B main. We had a scratch from the B. 5 cars, 5 laps. C main event. Against Washington and Oregon. How many cheered for the guy from Wyoming? How many for the 72 Borden from Washington? How many for the other 3 guys from Oregon? Travis Rarity. NST Blankman with green flag in hand. After getting in that accident in his heat race. We'll go single file restart here. Washington, 1 from Oregon, and 1 California. 5 guys and 1 girl on this 4th of July weekend. It is showtime. 6 cars for 6 laps. Here we go. Chad Howard slips out of the groove. Ricky Smith and Ricky Lauder won't get by. Rick Smith in the second. The 3 in the 4. Rick Smith will see. 5 different winners in 6 races. And Bill Farley, did I see her in the parade up in Crestwell today? I think I did.
Yes, you did indeed. Welcome, Riverside Speedway tonight. Amy Nelson, Miss Oregon, USA. Jay Smith, I wish I was in your shoes, buddy.
Yeah, but his wife's watching from the stand, so he better be careful. There he is, Jay Smith, your winner. Let's hear it for him. Look at Jay, won't even touch her. He knows Mrs. Smith is watching. Oh, come on, Jay. You put your arm on her shoulder. She won't mind.
Jay, you drove away with that trophy day. What's going through your mind for the A-Main? That's where the bucks are at.
Yeah, actually what's going through my mind is all the good food. Mark's wife and all the ladies over the camp had for us last night earlier today. That was really nice of them. You know, we had a really good time. These guys worked their butts off, and we'll see what we can do in the main event.
Now, I got to ask you a question. Have you ever had a Miss Oregon USA or anything like that present trophy to you before?
No, my wife, she gave me a trophy before. That was about the closest thing.
Okay, we're going to try to get you in trouble. Wife, enjoy this. This is a lot of fun for all of us. And thank you, Amy, and we'll see you later after the A-Main night. Jay Smith will be looking for you later tonight, and good luck. Back to you, Fred.
What self-control by Jay Smith is all I can say.
It's going to be a wild, wild Northwest weekend. The Pennzoil World of Outlaws return to Grace Harbor Raceway Park Friday and Saturday, August 20th and 21st. Danny Lasowski, the Swindells, the King Steve Kinzer will duel wing-to-wing on Elma's tight clay oval. The weekend features live music, go-kart races, lots of food, and a bonus night of racing Thursday the 19th with the Hyperloop Northern Sprint Tour Outlaw Warm-Up. For ticket information, call 1-800-825-4832. That's 1-800-825-4832. You won't want to miss it.
And your move up from the D-Main. D-Main winner, 72, Raymond Washington, Glenborn Sr. With 7X is Dale Turner out of Medford. And the 8, he'll move on as well. The 5 cars of Jeremy Cooper has scratched, so Mike Crawford is in. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your B-Main event. 15 laps of racing. the final transfer. With 21 sportsman named next. Then the 30-lap A feature for the sprint cars. And then one of the best fireworks displays you're going to see anywhere around here. All tonight. Independence Day in the USA. This is the B-Name. Mark Houston sets the pace. Watch that race pursuit. applause for the effort by Steve Hovey. Hadn't stepped into his car in quite some time. Takes the Mike DeSilva car to fourth spot. I know he's hired the kite. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 20 of the finest 360 cars and drivers anywhere in the West. One more time, let's hear it for these drivers. messed up nose wing. It actually started in front of him. Billy Nutter was getting a little bit out of shape. And it was kind of a chain reaction deal that got the other cars together behind him. With Andy Page getting the worst of it. They'll push him back to the pit to replace the nose wing, or maybe just yank it right off completely. Charlie Wilson, of course, at the launch. He's game, real step. Real step. Then it's Dan Benny, Randy Kleiner, Mike Morlock, Chad Bauer, and Mark Hewson. As we look for green. Single file. Jay Smith, down low. Riverside. Man, take a look at that racetrack on the front straightaway. They could have been running slicks out there. That is hard as pavement. Wow. And it was single file, one groove, down low. The top four finishers finish exactly the way they started, which again makes you look back later on the night and say how important was that trophy dash to get into it and then do well in it, because where they start is where they finish in this run. So it's his fourth career Northern Sprint Tour victory, his second of the season, back-to-back. Over $3,500 in prize money over the two nights for Jay Smith. Rick Father, the brand new race car, second. And that guy right there in the 28, Ricky Smith, congratulations, buddy. His finest ever Northern Sprint Tour finish. It feels like a victory for Rick Smith, I know. And $1,000. Riverside Speedway sweep. There he is, race fan, Jay Smith.
Jay, I ain't see one happy guy. Let's hear about it, buddy. Here's your time.
Oh, you know, it just feels great. You know, I felt like I let these guys down earlier in the year. We weren't running too good, but we're turning things around now, and I'm running as hard as they're working, and they're working really hard, so, we're running good.
What a race tonight, right up front through the traffic. What's going through your mind?
Oh, I got behind a couple of cars there, and it got a little hairy, because I didn't know who was behind me and how close they were, but, I'm just happy we're standing here tonight. And like I said, I couldn't do it without these guys, Sister Brothers Racing, they're behind me all the way.
There you go, race fans. How about a round of applause? Winner win tonight. Hennessy. Ricky Fowler, you're chasing down the whole night. Let's hear about it. Here's your time.
Yeah, I mean, the whole night tonight, James ran real well. He's a little stronger than we were, and, he won. We're happy with the second place finish, though. I mean, certainly the second night out in the car, and, we had a good run going last night, and they ended up tearing up some stuff in the driveway, and we're just glad to be able to pay a little bit of that back from last night. So we're happy, though. I mean, we're really happy with this JV car. We've been on with it all weekend. We've been fast, and it feels good that, sometimes that's more important than the finish, but we were able to do both tonight.
All right, race fans. How about a big round of applause for Ricky Fowler? What a race tonight.
I'd just like to say thanks. There's a lot of people out there that helped me out the last couple of weeks and getting the stuff ready to go. It's been a long, hard last 2 weeks. A lot of late nights trying to get this program put together, and I'd just like to thank, everybody. Everybody had a part in it, and my crew guys and everybody worked hard. And this weekend we're a little short-handed, but John Unquist, he helped me out, and all the other guys, and we just we had a really good weekend.
There you go, race fan, Ricky Fowler. Let's get third place finish. This guy drove hard tonight, trying to track him down through the traffic. Rick Smith, what do you think?
Well, I tell you, that was a heck of a race. It went pretty quick, That's my best finish ever, so I'm pretty happy.
My God, you just went through the traffic, and what's going through your mind that the track is not much to work with tonight, and you're falling, you're in third place most tonight, and you hear people in the background, and are you trying to concentrate on maintaining where you're at?
Well, I was just trying to keep it smooth and keep it down low, because that seems to be where the track was at, and Ricky was going to make a mistake. We were going to hopefully capitalize on it, but I don't think we ever got close enough to him.
Now, what about behind you? Did you hear anybody on your back of the bumper there on the yellows? They're probably saying, oh man, they're right up close. I have a good lead, now it's gone.
Well, I knew Shauna was back there the whole time. She's a tough competitor, and she's always going to be there. And I just kept driving my own race and keeping it nice and smooth. That's the best you can do.
Rick Smith, we got a Hyperloop hat here, George. All three winners Hyperloop tonight. One of the Northern Sprint Tour sponsors, also Hoosier Tires, and Hyperloop. This goes in there for this participation in NSP. I'd like to thank them.
Race fans, one more time. There they are up on the podium with Miss Oregon, Jay Smith, Ricky Fowler, and Ricky Smith. Let's hear it for these three guys. Of course, all the photographers down there. George Hesby, the Northern Sprint Tour, and all the rest. You'll see these photos in Racing Wheels and Speed Sport News. And
This is what it's all about, race fans.
Inside Track Magazine. Oh yes, how sweet it is. What a weekend for these guys.
Jeff Brown, another big win tonight. A-main win again. How sweet is it tonight for you?
This is one of the sweetest. I want to dedicate this to my stepdad, Corky. He's got cancer right now. So, this is for him. And I'll thank all you fans for being here. And the sponsors, Auto Transmissions, Push Adults, Jeffrey's out on the lecture. Subaru, All-Pro Subaru, we'll get them all in there. Jenny Mike Chassis, without those guys, we'll never have a car. Jenny Mike do a heck of a job for us. So, I want to thank everybody again.
All right, Jeff Brown, congratulations for the North Sprint Tour and the Sportsman A-main win tonight.
Well, Steve Wallace, it was a wild couple of nights of racing. And of course, we congratulate Houston Brothers Racing and Jay Smith. But we got one of the best fireworks displays anywhere coming up next.
Hey, we're going to see you back here, Fred, huh? About July 20th, only a couple weeks away, bud.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam?